My name is Lee, aka a 20-something loser, and this is Mail Time. This is the 14 patches run within Mail Time. The any percentage run of Mail Time is about a minute or so, but the 14 patches run is a little bit longer, so it showcases more of the actual game itself, which is what I prefer. Without further ado, here is that run. I'm going to shut off my camera and mute my mic now, and future Lee will come back in with commentary in just a little bit. Enjoy. Hello, future Lee here. I've been doing this because I'm a little under the weather, as you can probably tell from my nose, but Mail Time. Mail Time is a super relaxing and cottagecore adventure set in a peaceful forest far, far away. It's your very first day as a newly minted Mail Scout. You have a little mushroom hat, you've got a pack full of letters, and you've got so much excitement to be a Mail Scout that we just get straight into this run here. And we are tasked with delivering packages across Grumblewood Grove. So, to get us started here, which you probably saw very, very quickly there, I made my character. That is an incentive idea as well. You can choose the colors, and you can also choose the name of each of our Mail Scout character, to say the least. But as soon as we make our character, the run begins. A big, big, big part of this is going to be skipping through dialogue as quickly as possible. Because we gotta meet a lot of people in a very short amount of time. So what we are doing here is the general idea behind the 14 patches run, which is what this run is that as you deliver mail and you earn official Mail Scout patches as you deliver this mail. Some of them are for completing specific quests or specific deliveries, and others are for collecting certain items or for talking to all the animals in town. We started out there speeding through some dialogues with Janet, who is our Mail Scout leader, and Shelby, who is a track star. Of course, you know, little play on tortoise and the hare there, to say the least. Shelby wants to be a celebrity. So she sends us on a quest, to say the least. But she gives us a quest to talk to Socks, and we will not talk to Socks until much later in the run. So we essentially just grab that letter and then we hang on to it. We then headed over to Snowdrop. Snowdrop needs a glasses lens in order to fix the telescope that he unfortunately broke. So we have to help them fix that, to say the least, out there. But again, we will not help Snowdrop until pretty much the very, very end of the run. As we've made our way, we've done a lot of things very, very fast. So I'm going to talk very, very fast in the best way that I can. We essentially glided through the fence. Once we got our way through the fence there, prior to the fence, we collected our first trinket, which was under that little pot. It was a little bottle cap. But then we headed back through that waterfall there, jumped on a couple of mushrooms to meet Kaz. Kaz's storyline involves, like, robbery and forging something. Forging a check. Not to spoil the rest of it, but we don't do a whole lot with Kaz's storyline for this run, to say the least. So that is the only time we will go back and talk to Kaz, so we do it very, very quickly. We then gather and we go over to the little teapot home where we talk to Annie. Annie, that was the hedgehog that we just talked to. Annie tells us about Haley. Haley is a goose. About Haley being upset. And so we need to go and talk to Haley to figure out what's going on. We collected another little trinket, which was the blue gem on the little, like, ledge there by the house. And now we have made our way back through to the town. So we just went our way up through the marsh to get up the stairs. This area that we are currently in is called Barkburg. And it is essentially where the majority of the town lives. We collected a bottle cap on our way up, and we just talked to a character by the name of Egbert. Egbert was complaining about his upstairs neighbor, Clarence, saying that Clarence is staying up too late and making too much noise at night. So we gotta settle a typical neighborly quarrel out here. What we're going to do now is we're going to go talk to Clarence, but before we do that, we're going to make our way across these series of bridges in order to collect a coin. Here we are, all the way up at the top. Got to collect that coin. And because we collected that coin, we just earned the Adventurers patch. That coin is a trinket as well, and we need 20 different trinkets to get another patch as well that we will get by the end of this run. Okay. That Adventurers patch was for collecting 5 trinkets. Here we are, we're talking to Clarence. Clarence is like, I like rock and roll at nighttime. And so now we have to go again, collect another coin, and now we quickly go and talk to Egbert again. Okay, because we just went straight down from Clarence all the way to Egbert, we earned another patch, which is called the Express Shipping Patch. Okay, we brought the letter from Clarence down to Egbert, like within 30 seconds, essentially. We are now talking to Haley, where Haley essentially tells us that she is in love with Donna the Snail, and doesn't know how to tell her. So we have to go and talk to some more townspeople to figure out how Haley can actually tell her. Alrighty. We've caught up a little bit. We are now heading back up this way towards where Clarence is, but we are not actually going to talk to Clarence this time. For me, getting to where Clarence is one of the easiest jumping off points of where I can use my letter glider to get to different areas. So we have officially now made it to a place called Pastel Picnic. And the first person that we are going to talk to, which Haley actually told us to talk to, is Ham. Ham is this lovely little hamster. He's going to actually tell us that, I don't know too much. I'm going to tell you to go talk to Toph about all of this. They have more information than we do. Okay. Ham has more quests for us as well. But we will not be completing any of those quests for this run. We very quickly work our way up to the top of this rock, collect a broken bottle piece. Then we collect another piece of trash. We very carefully make our way to the top of that wine bottle before collecting another piece of trash, which is that battery. Collecting our 4th piece of trash, which is this soda can. And then our 5th piece of trash here, which is around the corner, which is this apple core, which earns us the litter bug patch. We're going to quickly talk to Basil, aka to meet another NPC. We have to meet all the NPCs in this game in order to receive another patch. Again, we're going to collect another trinket here. We're going to just scoop our way up here. And collect another like little pink crystal type thing. This here is Socks. Socks is a caterpillar. Socks is a very good runner because he's got lots of little legs. And so he talks to us about that in regards to Shelby. And then he also gives us a quest to get all of the trash and bring it back to him. And so we already did that. So we're just going to spam through a bunch of dialogue with him. And there we go. we make our way all the way out through the picnic section. So we will not come back to this area at all during the run now. But what we are going to do now is we're just going to jump straight off that ledge. We're going to glide straight down, and then we're going to stop gliding and immediately jump straight down into a character by the name of Swamp. He is our explosive rat character here. I think Swamp is very, very adorable, to say the least. Swamp is a part of the secret mission with Cass, but we just talk to him. We get a quest to talk to another person, but we won't complete that at all. Here we are, still in the swamp. We are going to talk to Toph. This is Toph. Toph is a little bat in which Toph collects a bunch of mushrooms. So not only do we talk to Toph for Haley's quest here, in order to essentially get the quest to talk to Donna again, we also get another quest, which allows us to collect more trinkets, just for extra added safety within this run. Which is to collect little mushroom spore bottles. So as you collect those spore bottles, you actually unlock more hats to change your character's little mushroom hat. Now, as you can see, we've made our way back into town, into Barkburg. We are going to jump onto these mushrooms here and talk to Irene. Irene is the spy weasel, also involved with Swamp and with Kaz in the secret mission that they're working on, which is, not that great. But because we talked to Irene, we earn the Scout of the Day patch, which is because we completed 10 different deliveries. We grabbed 2 more trinkets there. We grabbed a coin we grabbed a coin on top of the rocks and as well in the log. And as you can tell, we just jump straight off the edge, and we swing all the way down to talk to Shelby again. Shelby sends us on another quest here to talk to Daisy. Daisy's a rabbit. Okay, so we've talked to a caterpillar with lots of legs, and now we're being talked. Shelby is telling us to go and talk to a rabbit, because Shelby is still trying to think about her races, and how she can be the fastest, and become popular. We're going to make our way up through town here to talk to Kiki. We're going to sit through 2 dialogues with Kiki. I think the character design for Kiki is adorable, but Kiki is a capitalist money collector cat. So, not the big fan of that character arc, but adorable character. Kiki essentially tells us that Cedar the rabbit borrowed his coins and didn't bring them back yet. So we have to then talk to Cedar about it. And essentially tell Cedar, hey, we already found those 4 coins earlier, because that's what we've been collecting this entire time. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to give them back to Kiki now. And so then after we talk to Cedar, then we go back to Kiki. Kiki gives us another coin, in which we then go back to Cedar, give that coin to Cedar to start her own coin collection herself. We made it. And that essentially settles the argument between it, and we get another trinket, which is a drawing of Kiki. From Cedar, we're going to make our way through the lavender. We're going to make our way into the main section of town to talk to Egbert again. Egbert tells us to go and talk to Annie, which is the hedgehog that we talked to previously. What we're going to do here is we're going to hop onto these rocks, and we are going to get a running jump to make our way onto this well here. At the well, you can see there's a little dialogue box right there. We're going to talk to it. It's a mystery character. Don't know who that is. We do not ever find out who that is. Ever. But that is, I believe they have something to do with socks. But from that well, it does count as a character we have to meet. So we talk to that character, and then we swing our way down through the fence there to get to Daisy. We talk to Daisy twice to deliver 2 letters to Daisy, one from Shelby, and then we talk to Annie here again. Annie essentially tells us to go and talk to Clarence again, and now we run back out here, only in this section for a few moments. We will not be back there again for the remainder of the run, and we're gonna go talk to Donna. This is Donna. Donna tells us she feels the same way about Haley, which is just perfect. We love a love story, right? Donna gives us this love spoon, which we will then eventually give to Haley once we get through all this. Okay. We are going to come up here in just a second and collect a little mushroom spore bottle. You kind of can't really see it very well due to the camera angles because it's kind of hard to make things fit here, but we're gonna just glide our way through here. We're gonna go back to the stairs. Makes it easier for me. Less complicated jumping, so I take the stairs quite a bit throughout this run. Yeah, just because it makes it in general easier for me to be able to complete it. We are now gonna get our way stuck in some vegetables here. And we are going to make our way up to the very top again. We're going to go and talk to Clarence twice. And we're going to give him a piece of wood that we had collected earlier over by Kiki. This is essentially going to settle the argument between Clarence and Egbert. By now jumping down and talking to Egbert here, we will earn ourselves the bureaucrat patch. We're now going to come over here and talk to Haley again, essentially being like, oh my god, Donna loves you too! Here's the love spoon from Donna! And because we did that, we got the Scout of the Week patch for 25 deliveries. And we also, I believe I mentioned that some of the patches are earned, like, passively. So we also earned the Secret Admirer patch. So it might not pop up on screen, but we did get it. We did earn the Secret Admirer patch. We are now finally going to return that lens, that glasses lens, over to Snowdrop. And earn a patch, which is always bugged, called the Next Day patch. Next Day delivery patch. So we have to talk to Snowdrop twice there in order for us to like actually be able to move our character again because it glitches out. And now we head back and talk to Shelby to officially complete this quest. This allows us to get the fan mail patch. There we are. We are now going to just make our way through the town to collect the final bits of this run. Again, this run, it's very, very fast. We do a lot of things in a very short amount of time. But it is such an adorable game. I am obsessed with all the characters within this game. It is very, 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 very adorable. And I could not say more things about the dev, and just the art style of this game. I think it's just beautiful. And yeah. So again, we made our way up to Clarence. We didn't talk to Clarence because we didn't need to. But we're only using his like point as like a jumping point so that we can get across to this bridge here. As we make our way across this bridge here, this is called Bamboo Pond. We talked to Max, the capybara, who was sad he lost his hat. We then go over here to collect his hat, but we never give it back to him. Another incentive idea would be to, you know, give Max back his hat. Make him happy again, to say the least. If we move our way continuing through here, again, across all the lovely little lily pads here, through Bamboo Pond, gliding as quickly as possible, we are going to glide all the way across to talk to one final NPC within the game. This is Jim the Frog. Jim the Frog, gives us the social butterfly patch here in just a second, aka saying that we talked to everybody, and then tells us who Greg is. Greg is who we got our very first letter from Janet. Janet said, hey, you have to deliver this letter to Greg. Figure out who it is and deliver it. Well, we've been looking for Greg this entire time. So that's kind of been the whole reason why we've been delivering all of these messages, is because we got a letter from Janet, who is our boss, right? Essentially to be like, yeah, you gotta deliver this letter. So, find out who Greg is. So, essentially what happens here is that, Jim tells us we have to go up and over here, in order to get to Greg. So we're gonna kind of traverse through this, different area here, making our way up. We are using a mechanic here. You can kind of tell from the hot springs, it is pushing us up further, and it lets us glide a little bit more easily. We get stuck a little bit underneath that mushroom, but that's okay because we make it out. And we finally come across Greg. As it turns out, Greg is a hibernating bear, which means that we can't deliver the letter because he's not awake to accept the letter. So we then have to go back and essentially be like, Janet, I can't deliver this letter. Like, what do you want me to do? And so we are essentially just gonna do some quick cliff diving here, going from one of the highest points within the game to just about the lowest point in the game within a matter of seconds here. You can see there's the car where we first started, and we're gonna drop down. And then where we were supposed to find Janet, we don't find anything. So we talked to the bee a little bit and realized that Janet is here at a party for us. Even though we're very upset that we failed. We didn't get to share. We didn't get to complete our mission of delivering the letter to Greg. Essentially what goes on here is Janet says, hey, it's about the journey. And you did so good. And so they give us our very own official Male Scout patch. And therefore, the run ends when we hit the credit scene here. Hope you've enjoyed Mail Time. And that is the Mail Time 14 patches run. I hope you all have enjoyed. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.